What's up, world? We back on that ass.
What up?
Hey.
Hey y'all. What's up?
Hey, this your boy Renee, and
It's your girl Ashley.
And it's Frankie.
hey, welcome to Orange County Urban Media.
Welcome.
What's
you
happening?
guys. Welcome, you guys. Thank you guys for tapping in. We appreciate you.
Yeah. What's up, Orlando?
Okay.
I don't think they're awake.
I don't think they up.
I think they up now.
Yeah.
I like that energy, Renee.
Woo! Hey, how everybody weekend was, man? Tell me what's happening.
My weekend was good.
It was good and long. I've
Yours
been
was
ready
long?
to take a break,
Long
but
is good. Because I feel like it'd be fast.
do it.
Yes. Before you know it, it's Monday again. Too
Yeah.
fast. Too fast.
As soon as
for
you
me.
clap your hands and stomp your feet, it's
But mine
Monday.
was good, y'all. Mine was good. If y'all in the Orlando area, I don't know, but you guys got to go check my guy out. His name is Brian B with the drinks. I'm saying drinks with B. That's what I'm gonna say. Yes, check him out. I want to go check him out in Orlando at the. It's called the CAC Hotel at the top of that, y'all. Sky Lounge.
What does he do?
He's a
Bartender?
mixologist.
Oh, that's what they're called.
He's a
bartender.
mixologist. You know what I'm saying?
Mixologist.
So he made me these drinks, and they was, I mean, when I say so good, I was like, how does a drink taste so refreshing?
What did he make you?
I don't even know the names of it, but they were, I have pictures. I'm going to show y'all the pictures for real. Okay. But they were beautiful. One had a honeycomb hideout on the side of it with honey dripping down
There are
the
bees
side.
and the bees attached
One
to
had
it.
bees attached. Yes.
So you got tore up this weekend, basically.
A little bit.
Well, no wonder she thinks the weekends go by fast. She was wasted.
I had
That's
a
why
good time.
mine's long.
And
I
I
had
went to a
water.
comedy show, and I went to a comedy show, so I try to I live my best lives.
Okay.
Renee, how was your weekend, man?
What weekend?
The
No.
I feel that though. I feel that.
Let's see here. Well, I got me some barbecue ribs and some chicken
Ooh, I love it.
with some fries.
Okay.
He didn't save us none, y'all.
Darn
okay.
right, I ain't.
It's okay.
I ain't shit. No.
Sharing is caring.
Now come with some that good old pork, that little
nah.
oink.
I
And
mean,
then-
I don't eat
that
pork
chick.
anyway.
you don't eat
See.
pork? I still
I do.
like me a little
I
pork.
try to
ain't
stay
gonna
away
even
from
lie.
it, but I
ain't
did
gonna
slip
even
up.
lie.
Then
I loves me a little bit.
and I went to the mall, went to the Nike outlet. You know,
Did you buy some kicks?
yeah, I did.
Air Force
I-
Ones.
I hate going out to.
I actually
Wait,
bought me
Ashley, why
some.
you- hold on. She said Air Force Ones like she don't like them
I like them, but they're so typical
That's true.
because they're
I
amazing.
agree.
because everybody got them.
Because they're amazing.
You got to be different.
Well, that's why they got different
Ashley, Come
colorways.
on now.
Nah.
I have bought me some.
Still basic.
I bought me some like Adidas, the little they call
The
you.
shell toes.
No,
Jeez.
no basic.
I love the shell toes.
Those are good.
but they're classic. Okay, I love
Okay.
classics. But I went for something new. You
Oh
know
my
what I'm
gosh.
saying?
She said ill to
Y'all don't
ill
wear
shell
Skechers?
toes.
Y'all know where Skechers?
Do we wear?
No. Okay.
Work
I bought a
shoes.
pair of Skechers, but I ain't never wear them.
Work shoes, like with the non-slip Skechers.
Non-slip resistant.
That's the Skechers I got.
Slip
That's what I mean.
resistant.
Different.
I mean, I'll wear me some Skechers. I don't care. I wear anything.
No,
Yeah.
my favorite shoes are those shoes I bought from Walmart.
What,
Wear
the
'em all.
shack shoes?
The work shoes.
Which
The
one?
Work shoes. One that be costing like $20. Put 'em
Come on now.
I wear them like this, some Gucci. Wear like some Versace. Those are my everyday shoes.
I was just gonna ask you where you wear these at.
Do you remember the Starberry shoes from like 20 years ago? Maybe even earlier than that.
What are they
No,
called?
do you remember them LA Gears?
Oh yeah, I had me a pair.
Man,
Those are
I used to.
actually
I used to.
Mine light up,
Yep.
baby.
Not light
Understand me.
Yes. Yes.
Understand? We lighten up.
Light up
Yes.
the world.
So Carter, I want to know, you guys had a huge event that you guys are planning on and you executed on a couple of weeks ago. So please tell everybody what you guys did and how it went.
Well, we had an Easter egg hunt on Easter, and we planned it for 20 to 30 people. Turnout,
50.
How many people?
over 100 kids showed up.
Over 100.
Over 100.
Over 100 kids.
And I was
showed
out
up.
there since 8
I'm
o'clock
so proud
that
of
morning.
y'all. I I missed it, but y'all, I mean,
We definitely
it
needed
was
some more
beautiful.
hands.
Were you dressed up in the bunny suit?
Nah, shit.
Renee,
Come
I
on.
thought we talked about this. You
Next
supposed
year.
to be the bunny.
Next year.
I'm gonna be dressed up like the bunny with a
Next
machete.
year.
If we get
No, not
10,000
really.
Yes.
subscribers, he got to wear a bunny.
There you go.
outfit.
I think that's a good idea.
I think that's a goal right there.
Well, hey, if
Renee,
y'all,
what you say? We got to hear now.
well, yeah, I gotta put in the work.
Let's go.
If I do it, that means y'all gonna have to wear the bunny suits.
No, we just say you.
I mean, I wear a bunny suit, baby.
I got the
Okay.
ears for you. I'll put the
I'm gonna wear the whole
ears.
outfit.
have-
My outfit gonna be a little different.
I have no problem embarrassing myself in public. I will
Me
wear a
either.
bunny suit, a baby
Me
suit,
too.
It's just too hot.
be a furry. I don't care. I will do it.
I don't care about
Shameless.
embarrassment in public either.
If
I don't
at
care.
least the kids are happy, I'll be cool. I'll be Shrek. I don't care.
You sound like you do this on a daily.
I have a child, so yep.
Okay.
You have to. You have to. You have to be a participant, a willing participant.
Oh,
But it was an amazing event. We didn't expect what we got. And I just want to say we got to prepare better next year because it's going to be
Oh, y'all learned a lesson,
more.
just a little lesson, but
Yeah.
it was an amazing.
But it was
turnout.
blessing.
Yeah, what I saw online, everything looked well. It looked fun.
And the good thing about it was the community enjoyed it. It wasn't just like, oh, we here. You know how sometimes you go somewhere and it's just like, okay, I'm here, but I ain't really enjoying it. They actually wanted more. Like they were expecting, more food and stuff like that. But they were,
You didn't expect that turnout, so yeah. But okay, I mean, I know the community loved it.
yeah, they did.
Did they say where they heard this from? Did they say how they got a hold of it?
well, when I had talked to, shout out to Yvette for helping us out for doing the thing, and she put it on Eventbrite, and also people had Google, by Easter egg hunt, and they found out that I had popped up.
That's amazing.
That's good.
Facebook
Yeah.
too.
So Eventbrite works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
But we didn't calculate. That's the problem. We should have sat back and
You know what?
added up how
when
many
I
people.
went on the Facebook page, follow us on Orange County Urban Media, Facebook. When I went on the Facebook page, I saw people was RSVPing. So it wasn't like a whole bunch of people RSVP, but a lot of people went through the Eventbrite.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a lesson learned. But it was a blessing all in all. Everybody enjoyed.
So did y'all hide $100 bills in the eggs?
Nope. No, we was working on the budget.
Was that like a thing your family did when you were younger? Did you guys ever have?
My family still does it. I went home for Easter, so
Where's home?
Home is Fort Myers.
Okay.
So we went home and we celebrate Easter pretty big, and my family always hides money for the kids, and they go crazy for it because we hide golden eggs. It's pretty lit.
Did you get one this year?
I don't really do it because I'm too old for it, but I still want my mama to
But
buy me an
money's
Easter
money.
basket. So,
Money's money.
mommy, buy me an Easter basket. You know what's up.
Oh Lord.
That's so funny. Hey, so I know y'all saw today's the thumbnail for the today's show, right? So today's show is going to be kind of serious. A lot has been going on in the news, and actually a lot has happened even here in town, which
real.
really isn't new, but
It was
happened.
just too much.
So
Yeah.
gun violence.
So Phil, roll that ugly bean footage.
Which one? The first one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go.
Some other breaking news, another violent shooting. This one happened Easter morning in the Paramore area.
Yeah, police say a man shot and killed his young son, his girlfriend's mother, and her daughter. West 2's Michelle Meredith joins us live with more on this. And Michelle, you spoke with someone who says they were caught in the crossfire.
Well, I did. And in this case, police were responding to a domestic call. When they got there, they were met with gunfire. And that is just the beginning of this tragedy.
There's another bullet hole behind your head.
Easter morning, Marjorie Sullivans and her children woke up to the sound of bullets flying through the walls of her duplex on Grant Street.
One bullet is close to your daughter's bedroom.
Yes.
What Marjorie didn't know is that her family was caught up in the middle of a shootout between police and LaCorvis Daly, who had just shot his girlfriend's mother, 69-year-old Carol Fulmore, as well as Carol's 13-year-old granddaughter and his own 7-year-old son. All three died, and so did Daly, who was eventually shot and killed by police.
Okay.
That's sad.
First thing I want to say, I know, Kia, I just want to give you, a condolence from the bottom of my heart. I know a friend of mine, he lost his mother to gunfire. And I just keep you in my prayers, man. When you're dealing with violence, especially gun violence within our community, it's a never ending cycle. Every time you turn around, someone getting killed.
For real.
Turning around again, someone's getting killed. And it doesn't, you don't think about it until it hits home when you know somebody.
Yeah.
Then when you know, you're like, wow. But I don't know. I'm just lost, man, because it just.
Well, it's a tragic situation, right? And I think so. I'll break it down. My role in the show, I'm a agitator here, right? So
Okay.
I tend to veer off of what the group's, I guess, message is. That's just my role on the show, right? Whether or not I believe it or not, that's up to you to interpret. Now, when it comes to gun violence in Orlando or just in America, I want to ask you guys a question, and I want to ask you guys who are watching as well, right? Why is it in our community, it only hurts us when it hits home, like Renier says? We should be outraged at every single, excuse my language, fucking time
Every
this
time
happens.
It's
It's
getting
tragic.
too big. Yeah.
And I'm going to show another video. I'm going to show the second one.
Yeah, go ahead, show the second one.
This happened while you guys were doing your event.
Oh, I haven't seen this. I have not seen this.
Brought us the update about a third death in the Poppy Park shooting. Dave, 2 other victims are still recovering tonight.
Yeah, Stuart, those other 2 victims, one is in critical condition in the hospital, and the other one, we're being told, has non-life-threatening injuries. But police are yet to really lay out for us exactly what they believe prompted these shootings in the first place.
They are innocent bystanders. People started shooting and they just sitting.
2 of the 5 shooting victims didn't even attend the Easter gathering at Poppy Park. Investigators marked evidence in the street next to the Carver Shores Park, and there was a large number of those markers. Investigators have said little about what exactly happened, but the grandmother of 2 victims said they were outside her home when bullets were fired at a car on the street, possibly the Lamborghini we saw being towed away.
They opened fire on him, but it was more than one person that was shooting.
One of her family members killed, the other gravely injured by bullets intended for others.
They don't have a mother, and then my other granddaughter that's in the hospital. She got 2 children, her husband. Thank God for him, he's by her side.
OPD has identified the dead as 38-year-old Jamal Watson, 16-year-old Tristan Morgan, and 33-year-old Patricia Dieterville.
Dude. Wow. At an Easter egg hunt. And this is just a crazy growing trend. Like I've seen murders at a funeral, over senseless things. And so I really want to ask people, if you're watching this, why do you think this happens, especially in the Black community? And it's over the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Why are we so quick to kill our own people? Do any of y'all have an answer to that?
Oh, hey.
Craps in them.
Yeah, put it on me, man. Please excuse. Well, don't excuse me.
Look at the camera though.
I know. Please don't excuse me for my comments. What I'm about to say. It's gonna be very explicit because the shit just fucking pissed me off, man. It pissed me off because you're out there shooting. You out there goddamn shooting at kids that are trying to have fun.
Yes, it.
Easter egg hunt's supposed to be fun. Everybody coming together, enjoying each other. But not sit there and act like some fucking assholes, man. Like, really? This is what the world is coming to? Within our city? Really?
In our city. Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, people, I'm on Facebook, people saying, well, you know, I'm tired of this. I'm about to leave Orlando.
A lot of people saying it.
But at the same time, within 2 weeks, the 3 weeks or a month, you be in the club shaking your ass, ain't doing shit. This is the time when we say that Black Lives Matter.
We gotta mean it.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta
gotta fucking mean it.
Yeah, we gotta mean it. We gotta show it.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell we get pissed off when a cop kill one of us, or we don't get pissed off when one of our own kill us? What kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit is that? And and the thing about it, you wonder how some of our own people want to go to other Easter egg hunts that are not in our neighborhoods.
They do. Mm-hmm. And you said that. We talked about that. You said, Frankie, the only thing, I love the Easter egg hunt. But he said, I wanted more brown kids to be out there. Mm. You said that.
Yeah, and I said that. But no, it ain't nothing wrong doing things within the community. But at the same time, you already know, especially if you're born and raised here in Orlando, you already know what the bullshit is going to be.
It's our city. Y'all can't.
What do you think the difference was between ours and theirs, other than like
location,
being black, white?
Location.
Definitely location. Because the thing about it is, when anywhere you gonna go somewhere, you want to go somewhere that you feel comfortable. You want to be around your peoples. But at the same time, common sense should already hit in your head, like, man, we already know it's gonna be at this side of town.
This side of town.
And we know how angry they at.
That's true.
I mean,
how many of y'all know somebody that has gone through gun violence? Just
now
all,
I do.
all three of you.
Now
I do. Right? So here's some statistics that Renee sent me earlier. Right. So just take a look at that. Right. Each day, on average, 30 Black Americans are killed by guns, and more than 110 experience non-fatal injuries. That's every day, right? Mm-hmm. Black Americans experience 10 times the gun homicide of white Americans. Mm. Black Americans are nearly 3 times more likely to be shot and killed by police as white Americans. That's a whole separate show.
That's a whole one.
But Black Americans experience 18 times the gun assault injuries of white Americans, and 68% of Black Americans or someone they care for have experienced gun violence.
Wow, 68%.
That's too damn high.
It's the mental health. That's all it is, because people don't communicate. Like, instead of you going to somebody and saying, "Hey, bro, like, I had a problem with what you did here," or, "Hey, sis, like, I ain't."
But we are in the culture of turn up,
But there's no need for that.
But, that it's like a culture that's being built of, what do they say? On site.
So who raising these kids?
On site. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying on site is a bad thing.
It
on site.
It boils down to pride. It boils down to pride because, if you're a black man or somebody, just probably bump into you, your peers be like, "Nah, nigga, man, no, man. You see what that nigga did to you, cuz? You see what that nigga did to you, man?"
Hyped it up.
And already, gassing you up.
Mm-hmm.
That's so stupid.
And the thing about it, that's how the whole situation with King Von. King Von was sleeping in the truck. When they saw, Rondo, they woke him up. Instead of just letting him sleep, they woke him up. So he went ahead, saw him.
Okay.
Hit him. Next thing you know, gunfire, pow, pow, pow. And he died.
So let me ask y'all, right? obviously there's a problem in the black community when it comes to guns. There are tons of laws now that are trying to maybe in the future restrict access to some assault rifles, right?
Okay.
But my opinion, I told you this over the phone, Renee, that ain't affecting our community.
That really isn't. It's
Assault
not
rifle is the
it's
handguns.
not the assault rifles.
The handguns.
Nobody's saying that.
So exactly. So why if you here's the thing, if you take this the wrong way, then you're taking this the wrong way. Okay, but I'm going to say it. Okay, they only care when little white kids get killed, right?
Of course.
And they still are fighting it, the NRA, and about getting the assault rifle banned. Like but when it happens every day here, A, it doesn't make the news.
Yeah.
Right. B is black people. We're already desensitized to it. Well, just another murder.
Really?
You know, and
it really is.
And C, I don't know if y'all know about this, but July 1st, Floridians, you do not need a gun permit to carry
that to someone.
anymore.
Someone just told me that passed.
Let me ask each of y'all, and I'll solo you guys with your answer. I'm going to ask you first, Carter. Do you think the homicide rate will go up now that everybody potentially has access to a gun, or do you think now the homicide rate will go down because maybe more people will be afraid that the other person's packing?
Oh, it's gonna go up because you know you got to break it down.
That's nervous.
Was that your dad? Was he here?
No?
Oh, okay.
No, what basically it will be a target season on black people. And the reason why I say that because you already got to stand your ground law, right?
Yeah.
And you got people that are scared of us unarmed, and they feel that them carrying a weapon will be the equalizer.
Mm-hmm. You heard about that black kid that got shot in the head by the neighbor?
Yes.
On accident? That just happened yesterday.
Yeah, looking into it's everywhere.
Then you had the incident what happened with the boy went to the wrong house to pick up his.
That's what we talk about. Him. He's 16 years old,
and he's still living.
Yeah,
he's still living.
They're waiting for his statement. They're saying they're not going to charge. So the latest thing I heard, they're not going to charge the man until they get a statement from
Why does
him.
it matter?
They're waiting for a statement because
they
let him. They only kept him contained for 24 hours. They let him go and saying they're waiting. They didn't have enough evidence.
Well, what they were saying is by law, if they haven't, basically, charge him with the criminal law on the crime, they could only hold him for 24 hours.
But they are rioting right now in that neighborhood.
Good.
They are rioting. I mean, people are coming in by the droves.
Good.
For real.
But to get back to like gun violence, get back to about gun control, about the gun control. Mm-hmm. No matter what laws you put, you're still not gonna be able to control gun laws. Mm-hmm. Like for example, you have the state of Illinois. They have real strict gun laws, but their next door neighbor, Indiana, don't have that. Doesn't have they pro guns. Mm-hmm. So you like, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Indiana because Chicago from the state line of Indiana is not far at all. They go to Indiana, get what they want, and come back to the city.
And that's where the crime and.
But I think people get misconstrued when people when they say, oh, they trying to take our guns away from us. This is our amendment, our right to bear arms.
No, our Second Amendment.
Yep. You're not going to take them goddamn guns out my goddamn hand. I'll kill you first before I let you go ahead and get them. But not even knowing the true definition of bear arms. The true purpose of the Second Amendment was for the militia.
Okay.
And at that time, we didn't have, this is when America just started. We didn't have no police. We didn't have the FBI. We didn't have no CIA. But we was going war with Great Britain for the freedom of our country. So the purpose of the bear arms was for the militia. Who was the militia? The military. us. You know what I'm saying? People that was going into war. But with that, give y'all a little history, a little history lesson.
Oh, we got history now? Okay, you're going to take us to school.
And when they first, also had bear arms, because, you had the Federalists, the Anti-Federalists. So the Federalists was more like, let me see, I want to make sure. Oh, man, my mind went blank.
Google.
Yeah, go
ahead.
Okay,
well, while you think about that, I want to ask Frankie, because Frankie, you were in the military, so
Yeah.
you know how to fire a weapon.
Yes, I do.
Right? You were trained, and you know how to fire a weapon.
They trained
Do
me.
you think that there is a handgun problem, or do you think gun reform will even change anything? How do you think any of this will affect the Black community, or will it affect at all?
I do think it's going to affect it. I myself didn't feel closely connected to gun anything because it wasn't close to my life. I know I was in the military, but that's not even my life. But now that everything has been happening in Orlando and I'm seeing friends of mine being affected by it, I'm realizing this is just going to grow bigger and bigger. Everything's growing bigger and bigger. Everything's getting like out of hand unless it gets under control. Like that is how I've been feeling lately. I've been feeling like, is it going to stop?
Mm-hmm.
It has eventually. It will eventually, because people are gonna get tired. Because when there's nobody, if you don't kill everybody, what you gonna do?
Well, when's the breaking point?
Yeah, that's what
Ashley.
that's,
when did we
that's
get
what
tired?
I'm saying.
How many innocent little kids?
How many kids gotta die?
How many
That's what I
grandmas
wanna
gotta
know.
die? When is enough? Because just like Renee said earlier, we get pissed when a cop kills us.
Yeah.
But if hell, even okay, I'm gonna go off on a little bit of thing here.
Oh Lord!
All right,
come on, let's go.
All right,
let's ride.
With Trayvon Martin, right? He died in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
George Zimmerman killed him. If you guys claim you gangster, why is that motherfucker alive?
He's still alive, y'all. But
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you guys care,
Black people, it's almost like it's weird because like we come in peace to other people, but not to our people.
To our kind. So why are we mad at each other?
It's conditioning.
It is.
It's conditioning from what. It's strange because I have a certain love-hate relationship with our culture, and I'm sure a lot of Black people do. I love our style.
Mm-hmm.
I love our swagger. I love how we are trendsetters. What I don't like is how we, I guess, not prioritize, but lift up violence or acknowledge violence as an accolade.
Mm.
No other community really
a
does
struggle,
that, right?
A struggle as an accolade as well.
Yeah, and I don't like how that part of our culture is, I guess, hyper focused on, especially from the other cultures. They love that aspect about our lives, almost like a sideshow.
It really is.
Another problem is them Black people trying to be superior to one another, even though we're all the same. Mm-hmm. Like people feel like you're like, okay, like that's my brother or sister, but they're not gonna be at
there
the
can only be one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. No other races are like that.
No.
They don't compete against each other.
Everybody else works with each other.
No. You back with some knowledge?
Yeah, okay. I had to refresh my mind. Okay. So basically between the Federalists and Anti-Federalists. Okay. Federalists believe in strong government, military, while Anti-Federalists believe in, militia, and everybody, every state should have their own militia. So basically, what I'm saying is like during the times in the South, like Anti-Federalists want to have guns. They didn't want to have the government. They didn't want to have a military.
I remember that.
Then when you had the South, the reason why they said in the South, they had more guns than they had chairs, then they had housing.
That's accurate today. There's still more guns than Americans.
Yeah. Then, because of slavery or property.
Yeah.
So we're still slaves.
In another way.
And to a certain extent, because we are our own worst enemy. And to bring it back to what's going on, when people talking about they trying to take our guns away, we're not trying to take your guns away. We just want to have a background check to see that you're stable.
Yeah.
To carry, to me, any kind of gun.
Do you feel that most people that have a gun now, are they stable?
No, I don't think so. Because you look at all these mass. Yes, of course.
Look at what's happening around the world. It's a lot
let's be frank, man. I'm just gonna be blunt. It might deter some viewers when you live in America, because a lot of people that own these guns are white people, especially when it comes to the semi-automatics. And you look at the AR-15, that's a weapon of war.
It really is.
Look at the name.
That's a weapon of war. And always been. And
you can go buy one on Colonial right now, a weapon of war. But I ain't telling nobody to go that way. I'm just telling y'all to ride past.
Just and the thing about it is, you look at all these innocent, people are getting killed. Look what happened in Nashville. Mm-hmm. A transgender went up to the school and killed all these people. Killed about what? It was like 6?
Yeah.
6 people.
It's a lot of angry people walking around, y'all. Yeah. A lot of angry people carrying a lot of trauma and a lot of hate and a lot of hurt. And now people are ready to wear it on their sleeve and they ready to compete. I feel like people are competing with the next person kind of thing.
That's why
that's what I feel like. Everything is like the school shootings are getting bigger. They're getting bigger and they want to go out better and they want people to know why they're doing it. They're proud of it kind of. And it's like they're glorifying it. I'm talking about the killers to me because they're just like.
Mm-hmm. They want to one-up each other.
Yes. I've been feeling that. Like everybody wants to one-up each other.
I have a solution that will fix potentially war.
Come on.
Mass shootings.
What?
Gang shootings.
What?
Jesus.
No.
Yes.
No. Religion has caused so many wars.
We ain't talking about religion. We didn't say religion.
Anyway. Legalize prostitution. If more people were getting laid, I think there'll be less violence. Legalize prostitution and legalize drugs.
You know what?
There you go.
A friend.
If you take away people's,
If you take away the restrictions, now you can say the same. You can say the same thing with guns, right?
Yeah.
Right? You can use that same argument against guns.
That's what I was just about to think.
Right?
That was what I was thinking.
But here's my thinking, right? And I said that in jest. I said it as a joke, but think about it for a second, right? I'm only saying this because this is kind of my role. A lot of problems are angry men.
Yeah.
Right? It's angry men. What do men need to make them not as angry?
I mean, a woman always
some
works.
pum pum.
That'll make them happy.
I mean,
that could, in theory, dude.
He need good food. Somebody feed him a good sandwich.
They went to war over Cleopatra.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We go to war over women.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You look through history.
I'm saying this in jest, but think about it. If prostitution was legal, you wouldn't have as many sexual assaults.
Okay.
Hookers wouldn't be killed, right?
That's true.
If it was regulated and taxed, we'd have a ton of money. Look at the marijuana industry.
Yep.
Look at Denver. You know what I'm saying? They're a $10 billion surplus, right? Just from the marijuana tax, right? Also, people would just be chill. You know what I'm saying? Granted, yes, it could be, weird to look at, but look at Vegas.
I think it's definitely an option what you're saying, because you remember, like, I don't know if you guys remember, in countries like France and stuff, they let people start drinking at like 18. Mm-hmm. And so people are less likely to be, crazy about it because they have access to it.
So it's their choice.
You know?
If you tell them that it's bad, they're gonna want it.
Yes.
Yes.
But if you're like, hey, your choice, bro, then
Yeah.
they'll be like, oh, well, I don't. You know what I'm saying? If you
I don't.
advertise like you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this, then you know, oh, people are gonna want to do it.
We got a whole crack
They
epidemic
become curious.
that proved that theory.
I want to go ahead and pick up back on,
Please do.
back on the black on crime and about within our community. But one of the reasons why, even when somebody do get killed, right? We're not going to tell. We're not going to tell who did it.
Man, we had a whole episode on snitching.
That's another pride too.
I mean, but people are afraid to speak and think that they're going to be in danger. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
But the thing about it is the no snitching rule. The no snitching rule really came from the Italians. Came from the white people. Give me 100. They even snitch on each other.
They gonna go home.
You know, because the thing about it is,
home.
even if I knew somebody that killed that shot, for instance, if one of my homeboys would have did that shooting, as a friend, I'm gonna be real. Like, hey, bro, you know what you did was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You need to do what's right. I said, if you ain't gonna do what's right, hey, you know, then when you think about like, do I want to put my homeboy in that position? But in reality is, he don't want to put himself in that position. And this is the thing about what people don't like about Charleston White. Like, hey, tell. You know, if you see somebody that killed someone and you want to keep it to yourself,
It's weird.
just imagine if it was your family. Just imagine it was your family, and that had happened to you.
So the world needs more correcting, more people holding each other accountable.
That's all I'm hearing. Like what he said earlier. Like holding his friend accountable for what. I mean, if you're gonna be out here in the streets and you want to live that type of life, you're gonna be held accountable for your actions. But
and then leave it at that. And after that is their choice. Because somebody already planted the seed for you to do good, but you chose the bad seed, so that's you.
And that's the thing about it is, you know, if you don't live that life, nobody ain't gonna sit there and judge you.
it's okay to be different.
You know, if you saw something wrong, especially somebody getting killed, let people know. If y'all think I'm a snitch,
I was about to say, because I ain't trying to say.
no, but the thing about it, the snitching rule is overrated, man.
We passed it.
You know, because the thing about it is,
People really out here dying. That's really the thing about it. That's what I feel.
And it's sad because innocent kids.
What I thought about is all the kids and the people there that are traumatized from it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
So think about them. They don't want to go outside no more, you know.
I mean, I haven't experienced it yet, but to be in an environment like that of panic, because that was kids.
Yeah.
So many families affected, which I'm sending my love and my prayers out to everybody who was affected, who's been affected, who is still feeling it. I'm sending my love to you.
same thing on, you know, on behalf on, you know, it just aggravates me, man. You know, because we glorify of being ignorant, but we get crucified when we do the right thing. Man, you done put a real nigga in jail, man. Why you would do that to him?
No, you put yourself in jail.
I'm like, how real is that? How somebody could be real and then put all these bodies? That's crazy. And the thing about it is also, we got to be more active in our community.
I was just about to say.
Action. There's action.
What do we need to do as a community to bring light?
I don't really think about it. Like, what do we need to do as a community?
Well,
Talk to people.
And go ahead.
We need more like therapy. I know we talked about it in one of our like long previous podcasts, but the Black community, we don't acknowledge the therapy because we think even with the church, it's like the church think, okay, yeah, we just need God, but even in the Bible it say you gotta put in work.
Yeah.
Faith without works is dead, so you still have to do something to get a result. So we need more people acknowledging their wrongs and just change.
Like that. First acknowledgement.
Because you can't deal with it until you acknowledge it. But yeah, I know, like, even with some things I went through, like, with my family and stuff like that, I had to acknowledge where I was wrong for me to even heal, like, for that process to even start.
Do you understand? You have to first go through your own self and decide, like, and understand why you allowed the things to happen.
And the problem is, even with like some parents, like, they're afraid to tell their children what they did wrong because they want to look like the perfect parent. And now these kids are out here repeating the same cycle that you did. But you didn't let them know.
I don't even know if a lot of parents had the mental capacity to really be there for their kids the way that they probably wanted to, and now they see now, because I feel like a lot of the mental awareness has just come out over the past few couple years.
Yes.
Like a lot of this has come out where people where kids, you actually hear young kids saying, you're traumatizing me. They talk like that now, but we didn't talk like that. I don't remember saying I got trauma.
You know what's weird? I don't actually, you don't have any kids, right? No. You don't have any?
No babies.
Okay. All right.
But I got a lot of babies, though. I got a lot of children in my life.
So this is one thing I didn't even realize, that when my parents were my age, dude, they were still figuring stuff out too, man. And we didn't even think about that.
Grace.
You know what I'm saying? So, my father's not around anymore. So, but like, they were going through it. And so, how you said, Frankie, they didn't tell us how to be.
They didn't know
adults because they were still learning.
They really didn't know.
Babies raising babies.
They really didn't. But the one thing I am aware of right now is that a lot of people are aware of what's going on,
but they still don't want to.
But they're still not doing it. You get what I'm saying? And that's a difference. Like, I know, like, I don't even want to. I'm not trying to get into the drug stuff or anything, but like, people who, if you weren't aware of what drugs and what kind of effect they could have on you back in the 70s, you maybe did drugs. But you know what drugs do to you today. Why you doing drugs?
Because you were told not to do them.
Back to that.
So
I heard, I was thinking that when you said that earlier.
Yeah, because
I was like, that's why people did it so much.
Honestly, so I don't have the statistics on me, but when you have a society that does allow, I'm using this word freely, but certain levels of debauchery, I guess you can say. The crime levels are lower. The drug overdose rates are lower. Even just because, and then also the cops can actually focus on real crime. When you have cops arresting people for weed, when weed is, I can go to the store and buy some now.
Yeah.
A, that's a problem. B, they hyper-focus on minorities when they do that, so that also creates a problem. So, like I said earlier, I was kind of joking around, but honestly, I want you to think about it. And I know majority of the people watching, they're probably Christians, so they're told they just learned that that's the wrong message. But just think differently for 1 second. I just ask you just to think differently for 1 second. If that stuff was available, right? And the facts were said about it. Hey, this can do this to you.
Okay.
Right? Do you think that crime would be down? or B, do you think everything would be worse? Just think outside the box. Ashley, what do you think?
I think it will be down because you're giving people a chance to learn by themselves instead of you forcing them like, oh, don't do this. Because if you force somebody to do something or not do something, it's not genuine.
Yeah.
So if people are actually just going out and, oh, let me try this. I don't like this or I do like this, then it's possible for change.
Yeah. All right. What do you think, Frankie?
Well, I feel like you're going to have to restate that question because I forgot. Baby.
Okay, so if all this stuff was available, whether it's prostitution, drugs, but the education was still around, do you think that
when we first started the show, I did feel like, you know what, it would go up. But then I'm thinking about it as we are talking about it, and I thought about the surrounding, like I said, about the alcohol being available. I feel like it would go down. I do. I feel like it would go down because, you know, we talk about things, but that is how it is in a lot of, I'm not comparing us, but in other places, they have so many things available to them in different options. Like I just said, in France, liquor is available early. In places like Europe, sex stores are like open everywhere. You get what I'm saying? So people are just like, if people didn't have to live in their private with what they like all the time, then people wouldn't be so angry.
Oh, look at the camera. Say that again. Say it. I got to get the clip for that. Say that again in the camera.
Oh.
Look at the camera and say it.
Feel me, baby.
Do it.
She done forgot what she said.
Dang, yo, I was on a roll, baby. I say if people don't, I can't forget them. You know, you don't throw me.
If people don't do what they do in private and they're allowed to do it up front.
If they're allowed to do it up front, then people would be more open to just, first of all, to other people accepting other people and not judging other people and us building so much anger. And I feel like, because what we're talking about now, we are talking about gun violence. We're talking about, and the root of it is, where is this anger coming from? You understand? Where is it coming from? Because you got to be angry to want to kill somebody.
Right.
I don't think nobody walking around happy.
No.
So, but I'm just saying,
psycho,
where's the root of the anger coming from? Your own personal problems, your unsolved mysteries, your hidden figures, your lies. You got to tell the truth. Live in your truth.
So Carter's back. Carter, you brought a special guest here.
Oh yeah, I brought my father, senior.
Welcome.
How y'all doing?
Welcome, senior. Is that what we're gonna call him? We're gonna call him senior.
Yeah.
He'll take that.
Senior. Okay.
I'm old man. You can call me
I'm
senior.
Frankie.
Okay, how you doing, Frankie?
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
You know,
I met
Ashley.
you.
Yes.
Yeah. So
how y'all doing?
We're
good.
Amazing.
So let me ask you this: what do you think about gun violence? What do you think about that, in your opinion?
In Europe?
No, I'm talking just in
My
general.
opinion on
gun
violence. I guess it's been here all our lives. Even when I was coming up, we had times that, as kids, we run around, we shoot at people and everything. It's a whole different level now, because I don't think we was really aiming to hurt nobody. We was just shoot, to keep people away. This generation,
it's different, right?
It's different.
So different.
I really think it come from discipline.
Okay, I agree.
We was disciplined different, and we knew we had.
More
we was responsible.
More or less.
We was responsible to our parents first.
Okay.
They have gotten it where they have taken everything out of the parents' hand and put it in the
systems.
The system.
I feel you. They say that.
And some parents sit up there, they don't want you to touch their kids. And then other parents sit up there, they scared to chastise their kids because they scared
they'll call them, but they can't. But kids can call, and so I'm sure parents don't feel like they can discipline the way they used to. That's a great point.
I think what also happens too is the destruction of the black family. You know, back when you were younger, everybody knew probably had their mother and father there, right?
Well, we was raised by the neighborhood.
Okay, because everybody cared. Everybody cared.
If we did something wrong, we got whipped out there in the streets, and then we got it again when we got home.
True. But were both of the parents home?
Yeah, in my family it was, but there still was a lot of family that only was raised by one parent.
Okay. Well, so what I was getting at is that the destruction of the black family has caused a lot of anger, and you don't have the two-parent household raising the kids. I'm not saying anything. There's nothing wrong with being a single mother,
that's history right there.
But just, I honestly think it was systematically created to create that type of dissension between the people in our culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you take the black fathers away from the home. The discipline is gone. They're fighting against each other because they're missing something.
5 steps ahead they were.
So I honestly believe systematically this has been planned. It has been planned.
Even with that,
you know, we was raised. The discipline mostly was done by the mother. Our mother beat the mess out of us.
Okay, all right.
I think it's still the same, though, Mama.
But you know, but we feared our father.
Yeah.
but the mother did the discipline.
Okay.
Was fear necessary?
The fear. Yeah, it was necessary.
A lot of people wouldn't agree with that today.
So let me ask you this. So what do you think about like the gun reform?
I don't think that's the problem.
Exactly.
They can put it there, but I don't think that's the problem.
Yeah.
I go back to what we was talking about at first. It comes from home training. It's how you raised.
So what would be your perfect solution?
If there could be a perfect solution.
You know, I feel like one of those movies. We done come too far.
Yeah, you about right though. We done got far in this movie. We almost.
But it has to be a change somewhere.
Yeah.
I kind of like the new generation that's coming up because it seems like they do have a better eye on the problem, and they trying to hold their kids down and keep them from doing that.
I see that.
Anytime you tell a person that they are better than you are, you're going to have a problem.
Come on now.
You're going to have people going down you, and you're going to fight back.
A lot of people defending themselves.
They say, a lot of people say people become cops because they was picked on while they was in school.
I heard that somebody, he mentioned it last week about the correction officers.
But but if you look at that, they sitting up there. If they became a police because they was picked on, because they know being picked on was wrong. So you shouldn't. I have a lot of respect for the police.
Me too.
If it comes down to it and they in trouble, I'm gonna fight with them because as long as they right. But I'm not gonna sit up there and let some of them sit up there and disrespect me and then think I'm gonna be behind them. I have to walk away. But if it's a right cop and I know he's right, I'm gonna stand right there behind him.
Because he's actually in the right.
Because you gotta have some order.
The person.
Yeah, you gotta have order in order to.
We gotta have order in this world in order to survive. In this world, in order to survive.
I have a question. Do you guys think? Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard about the African American studies being taken out of the schools and stuff like that. Do you think that this is a part of the plan that they're trying to do because our culture already feels like we've been through a lot, but superior, so that them taking the African American studies out is just putting us back in our place to become you know, like humble, like we're all people at the same time? Or do you think?
Yep. It's dumbing down the culture so you can control them.
Well,
Yeah.
But do you think that they're doing that like so that we can take the superiorness out of our culture? Because a lot of
we
our
are
culture,
gaining a lot of strength from knowing our history.
Exactly. When you take away their history, you're easily controlled.
Yeah.
When you don't know how great you are, then you look to somebody else to be great. So absolutely.
You said they put you said that, and then you could say that the woman is they taking the woman's right to a choice away to put them back in place.
We really having all these discussions in 2023.
because it's real in 2023.
Yeah, but for real.
You know,
Is it really
what
going on?
what it boils down to is, of course, fear. They understand, of course, knowledge is power, right?
True.
And they understand the more knowledge that we retain, you can't tell us what's in these books
Frederick Douglass said that.
anymore. You know, because by the internet being so powerful, especially with, you know, you go on YouTube and find these documentaries about our culture.
I stayed up one night. Baby, you get one night on that internet looking at those documentaries, you'll be up all night, ready to fight.
Ready to fight.
Meet me at my door.
Yes.
Okay, so you said ready to fight.
Yeah, you just
But then you saying that man that killed that little boy the other day, just because he was scared, he had a right to kill that boy.
No.
No.
Absolutely not. I said if you sat, the videos I watched was about our history.
All right.
For me, when I say fight, and I maybe need to elaborate that more. In fighting, I mean be a stand-up human. You know what I'm saying? Do right by your culture. Represent your culture. Fight in that way. Be a good human being. That's the simplest way that you can be a good representative of who you are and your culture. There's a lot of ways of fighting, not all physical.
And I think that's what we think within our people. It's got to be physical.
To prove.
Because of that, we don't take our time to understand the laws are in America. To react. We quick to react. Because you look at any other case, why you always picking on? Why you always mess with me? Instead of just
People so affected.
Yes, and I think within the black community, especially with black men, is traumatized. Trauma.
The word.
And because you see these videos, you have the wife telling the husband, calm down. He won't calm down because he's so enraged because he's tired of being picked on. He like, I can't even go. This is my own property, and you trying to take me to jail because
people just feel disrespected too.
And instead of just like, you know what, I'm gonna take your name, and I'm just gonna take and file a complaint.
Until you in one of those situations where you're feeling, and I was talking about this the other day because I was in a situation where I felt so disrespected and I felt like it was related to my race. And I felt like I didn't react the way I should have reacted, and I wish I would have reacted more. And then, the advice I got was, Frankie, that wasn't the answer. But let me tell you something. Until you're in the situation and you are affected by it, you can't really say anything when you're like, but of course, I took the high road because, Michelle in my blood. So I had to take the high road. I did, or whatever. But I did. That doesn't take away the way it made me feel.
Of course, you're gonna be upset, but when you look at the end of the day, you're still living, you're still breathing.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm always gonna go with that route.
And I had a situation that happened to me a while back, and the police, he was trying to get me out of character, but I was so calm and relaxed, it even made him even madder.
Because he can't control you.
Because they want you to react.
You keep your cool. That is the biggest weapon you got.
Come on now.
That's something that the community needs to learn how to do. Self-control.
You keep your cool. That's the biggest weapon you got. Because let them get mad.
There's power in it.
Even with the community, the black culture and black culture, just, okay, you mad at them? Take it back to zero.
Half the
Just
time,
take
they
it back
don't-
to zero.
I think it even go all the way back to school and stuff. You know how people just usually get mad at people like talking about their mom and don't even know your mama. They don't even know
But you
them.
feel like they know them.
They don't even know your mama. I used to
We
say
used
that
to
when I
fight
was like,
about that.
how are you? But you really think about it, maybe in your time, but most of the time in bigger schools, like you don't even know them, but you're really affected by somebody not knowing something and they're saying something. That's life. I'm sorry. It's going to be okay, baby. Know yourself.
That's what they need to hear right there. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You can walk away.
Well, that's what we have to be taught. We just like we said earlier. It's always about, oh, you talking something? Let me react, because that's the cool thing to do. I listen to all the music that says I gotta pop off. Well, I'm gonna pop off.
Okay.
There's so much power in silence.
It is. Silence
People
is
can't
louder.
control you.
Silence is louder than words.
And it's okay I want to say this, it's okay to be a leader. I know like a lot of people don't have that leader factor in them, so they feel the need. They don't know they even following when they following. That's how much some people follow.
Yeah, then and also you got to look at, okay, we look at Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, right? Prime examples, two prime examples,
Big examples.
right? Martin Luther King, no violence. Yeah, no violent. He was non-violent, peaceful march, and he felt that was the way. That's the way he adapted from Gandhi. He practiced that. But Malcolm X, the younger Malcolm X, when he first came out, was about any means necessary.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he kick your dog, you kick his dog. But as time went on with Malcolm X, when he got older and he came back from the trip from Mecca, his point of views are starting to change. Because he realized that his way, when he started off, wasn't the right way. And, he had so much power, him and Martin Luther King.
Yeah, they both.
Because the government knew that leaders like that
It was not good for the black community.
Because they could lead.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer. It's how people bleed. Divide and conquer.
Yeah, it's because
People fighting against each other, you don't have no problem. But when they all form together,
Boy, that's what everybody afraid of. If the black community came together, I mean, not black community, black just people as a whole. Communities. And I'm talking about Africans, black people. We're all black.
We're all one. It don't matter what race you are. Yeah, we went through different things, but we're all one in a sense. We all bleed. Everybody got blood in them. Everybody can breathe. So that makes you no different than anybody else except your color. That's it. That's all to it. So
that's something that's hard to, accept, that people don't want to accept that. Because everybody want to believe that they're the superior.
Ethnocentrism is what it's called.
Yes. But I wish it could go on and on and on and on.
What? We done?
Yes.
I came just in time, didn't I?
just in the nick of time.
You came at the right time.
Unless y'all got $25 to help me out with
No, we're looking for sponsors.
It's a great experience with this, topic, man. And
it was good chatting with y'all.
Yes. Apologize everybody for me leaving the studio, but had to get Pops.
We had to bring Pops in here. Thank you for coming and sitting with us for real.
I should have came on time, but I like being late.
It's
Oh,
okay.
you like making an entrance.
You
I
always
feel
on
you
time.
on that. Let me tell you something. I'm usually making the entrance, but I love your entrance. It was right on time. Hey,
Straight to the point.
straight to the point. It's right on. I always feel like that. When people arrive, it's right when God wanted you to get here.
Amen.
You came in right on time.
Thank you.
Well, everybody, subscribe to Orange County Urban Media.
Yes, please subscribe.
And pay my $25.
Y'all
real.
can cash at me too.
So our next show, we gonna have somebody very interesting. We go, name CEO Cookie,
Okay.
and it's gonna be a great interview, y'all. It's gonna be a great interview because, like, I'm not gonna tell you.
Just
I'm
tune
gonna
in.
just subscribe and like and hit that notification.
Ding.
That's all you gotta do. Then you will see.
But we will see y'all soon.
All right, y'all.
Next time I'm gonna die this.
You gonna die it? We both gonna die.